Hey, how are we doing, boys and girls? Welcome to the video. So today we're going to be looking at The Division Heartland. This is a free-to-play PvE, PvP focused extraction survival shooter. This is based in the Division universe, and I'm really looking forward to playing this. I was super excited ever since it got announced last year, and I want to kind of just look into it more and talk to you guys about why I think this could be a very good extraction looter shooter. Considering also that Division, to me, was the first ever extraction looter shooter kind of invented. A lot of people would say Tarkov, but if you go back, actually Division 1, Dark Zone, was the first kind of taste of the pie of extraction looter shooters. And we're going to be looking at the Division Heartland's developer deep dive video, which was released about 8 months ago, but really does show the overall core gameplay of Heartland and how you will be playing Division Heartland. Some of this may obviously change through the betas and testing which has been going on since, but the overall kind of concept is going to be the same, and this is what's got me really excited about Division Heartland. We're going to go through a load of key things in the video, which I kind of picked out after watching it countless times, and I've kind of just noticed a few things which really have got me excited. So let's have a little look and jump straight in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play the video. I'm just going to pause and stop it at certain places just to point out a few things and kind of talk about a few kind of things I've noticed in the video which look really interesting. So let's get straight into it.
Hey everyone, we're so excited to show you Heartland, an all-new standalone adventure in the Division universe. The teams poured their heart into this game and we can't wait to share it with you. Welcome to Silver Creek. Heartland's a free-to-play survival action shooter set in the Division universe that features streamlined survival gameplay and a beautiful new world to explore, filled with dynamic PvEVP gameplay. In Heartland, you play as a Division agent, given the task of protecting Silver Creek.
So you can see there that there's like the day and night cycle, just like Division 1 and 2. And that really plays a big role in Heartland, because during the day, you don't have as much danger in terms of fighting against players. You're more just kind of fighting against the AI, right? Other bosses in the game and the AI roaming around the map. You can pair up with 3 people, or you can go in solo, and you do have to maintain things like food and drink and scavenge, things like that. And that's going to be really fun because it's going to open up the survival aspect of Division. One of the things which was really amazing in Division 1 was the survival game mode. A lot of people will agree with me there. That was one of the most fun kind of game modes to play, was the survival game mode. And I'm hoping they kind of introduce that type of aspect. I hope maybe they even bring in snow at certain points for the during the daytime, with the survival kind of aspect, really emphasize that. But you also notice at night is when the rogue players start to come in. You got the rogue AI agents, and you also got other players who can fight each other. So if you I think if you keep playing, you'll see it here, yeah. Agent Michael is a player. Again, at nighttime, you can fight each other. And this is what I really like about Division Heartland, is the choice that you don't have to go in at night and PvP. It doesn't force players to PvP anymore. Like other extraction looter shooters, one of the biggest gripes I saw in DMZ, for example, when I used to play that, was a lot of people would complain if they just wanted to do their missions, they didn't want to get like pounced on by someone or killed and lose their loot. You can do that in the Division Heartland. You can kind of just play through the day and avoid the night times. Now, I don't know if you can skip day and night, because you can't in Division 1 and 2. It has like a set like time cycle, right? But maybe you can in this one, because there is matchmaking in this game. You can set the matchmaking and go in. So I don't know if when you set the matchmaking, if it says during the day or at night. That's something I'd be interested in. I'll actually pause that actually at the video. I don't know if I looked into that before. I have to look, because it does show you the matchmaking at a little glance in there. So that's something to take note of. That you can also see here, I think actually it was here. Yeah, the rogue agent AI too. So that's the kind of dangers of the nighttime, is the higher risk of the higher, say, enemies like the rogue agents and other players. But I'm guessing the loot's going to be better. It also shows you a bit where someone's looting in the nighttime version
In
So it looks
Heartland,
great.
you play
Looks
as a
great.
division agent, given the task of protecting Silver Creek, a small town in Middle America. It's your job to keep the town safe from enemy factions,
Again, that's
rogue
another
agents,
player
and
there.
a deadly contamination.
I also notice it kind of highlights their
Heartland explores what happened
platform.
to small town America when the green poison was unleashed on the world. While major metropolitan centers got aid from agencies like Sarah and the Division, what help did the Heartland get? This game ties directly into the timeline and introduces...
So this is based on characters. From what I believe and heard, is you can't customize your own character and have it look as how you want it to look. It's based on some, like, I'm guessing the story of these characters. Now, I'm guessing you can customize how they look. And because it's a free-to-play game, I have a feeling that's how they'll make the money from Heartland is through cosmetics, right? And the season pass. But this is how your player characters look. And I'm guessing you can switch between them, choose who you want to be. And I guess they tie into the lore and story of Heartland.
all new characters and storylines to the franchise.
This is the base of operations. You see that more later on.
I'm Keith Evans, Creative Director on Heartland at Red Storm Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Taylor Epperly. I'm the Associate Game Director on Heartland. I'm really excited for folks to see what the world of the Division looks like in small-town America.
Hi, I'm Carrie
So we've got the cheesy video at the minute.
developer on Heartland, and I can't wait
The
for our
developers.
players to see all the hard work and dedication the team has put in.
Right.
We've spent a year in
Here
close
we go.
tests
So,
building on
the
the
other thing I wanted to
experience,
show you-
responding to the feedback we received,
It's
and
just
have
after
evolved
this bit.
towards a truly unique and exciting
Here. So you got the looting aspect. Now, I don't know if this is a ammo box or anything, but you can see that you're looting stuff in your bag. Now, he's got 2 out of 10 in his backpack, and I'm guessing you can upgrade your backpack along the way. But there's this ammo kind of thing. So I'm guessing you have to find ammo in the game in terms of it's not just easily available to use, and so that's going to bring out that kind of, do I shoot them or do I not shoot them, maybe, you know, in those kind of aspects, especially in the nighttime area when you're against players, you may not have the ammo to fight them and they may not have the ammo to fight you. And I'm guessing that's going to be a thing, is you have to find ammo and loot it. That's something in Tarkov you have to do. You do have to find the ammo or buy the ammo to be able to use those guns, right? It's not just easily available around the place. So I'm guessing that's the same type of thing here. You have to find ammo around for your guns.
take on survival PvP.
Here I noticed that when we're looting, there's a cure virus. Now, they talk about a radiation zone. There's also fabricate here too, so I'm guessing that's for upgrading your gear and stuff like that. But the cure virus interests me because I'm guessing maybe when you catch a virus, you do have to cure it. There's a place I noticed also there where you can spend currency to cure your virus. So I'm guessing that's to do with the contamination zone, which is going about in Heartland, right? And there seems to be higher levels of it. You'll see that in a minute too.
EVP gameplay.
Heartland launches with a robust experience for players on day one. The player's first task is to help Mackenzie Reed get Silver Creek's base of operations back up and running. Players will be tasked with completing.
So you can see here is the contamination zone. It's during the day and nighttime, and you can avoid it, and you can see they're just going around it, right? But it seems to be not massive. Now, I don't know if this just gets bigger and bigger throughout the day or not. I don't know. But you can see here, it's quite interesting that I'm guessing when you go inside there, there's going to be some decent stuff, maybe. It'll be interesting to know.
A set of missions and projects, all focused on the goals of exploring the town and gathering the supplies necessary to help.
Again, more looting. You got a mountain armory. This here says armory. I'm guessing that's like back at your base of operations. So it kind of lets you know how much you've got already, which is actually quite good to know. And stack size. And okay, so yeah, the armory I'm guessing is like what you can stash back at your base of operations.
Prepare the base of operations. Every mission completed gives players the tools and strength necessary to survive.
Silver Creek is a hostile environment filled with deadly contamination, roaming enemy hordes, and the looming threat of sickness and dehydration.
The water and food is the other thing I picked up. They also talk about this, but you do have to consume water and food throughout the day and night to keep you kind of healthy, because there are going to be debuffs to you if you don't keep an eye on your water and food consumption.
Players will have to be prepared if they hope to survive a full day in the town.
As day turns to night, Silver Creek is sent into high alert.
Again, we've got the PvP, and you can see that they're going to talk about the kind of what's it called? The increased difficulty at night. You can see here also says return to base of operations, and it looks like they have to escape. Their mission is now to try and go. Maybe they've called in a chopper. I don't know, because this little icon I see a lot in the map. You'll see the map in a minute. We'll pause the map when we get to it. But yeah, I'm excited for this kind of their
survival
part.
threat increases, and dangerous PvEVP from rogue players and AI is introduced. Night is a deadly sandbox filled with unexpected threats, but there is that constant carrot of great reward.
Here you can see, so this is at night, and he's looted some stuff, right? He's opened a box, he's got a key or something, maybe he's fought a boss, and his bag is quite full at the minute, so he's going to have some just choices on getting to take. But you can see here that even the high-end gloves don't have ridiculously high type of things, which you can see sometimes in Division 2. It's one thing actually which really got me excited, because as much as I like Division 2 Dark Zone, and I've been having a blast, there is a lot of cheesy stuff in Division 2, right? And you kind of just go with it, and it's like cheese fights cheese, you kind of thing, right, when it gets to the PvP in Dark Zone. But I feel like this is going to be a little bit more balanced in Heartland in terms of the gunfights. And it's going to be more based on not just the high-end gear you've been grinding, but also about your gun skill too, hopefully. You can see that this gives you just some of these benefits like weapon swap speed and reload speed. And you got the perks here. It does give you perks, but it doesn't seem to be ridiculous. You can also notice that this kind of gives you an insight on contamination zone. Sprint faster with a melee weapon while inside level 2 contamination. So I'm guessing there's going to be like different levels of contamination, which I'm guessing will have better loot depending on the level, the higher the level is.
Rewards.
As players progress, they unlock the ability to select one of 3 active classes. Every class brings something unique to the table, from the survivalist ability to highlight loot behind walls, to the weapons expert ability to craft and deploy an assault turret. Combining these classes in a squad helps you overcome Silver Creek's toughest challenges.
Where one teammate might be falling behind, you really want to make sure that you're picking up that weight. Talking together and working as a true unit is the best way to make sure you're successful in Silver Creek.
So that's really cool. Like there's like the classes. I'm guessing they may add more classes through its life cycle, but that's quite cool that you got different ways of play style. So during the day, you may, if you're looking for specific things, you may use that drone, right? So one was like scans the area, and then at night when you're just like maybe going into PvP to do some certain missions or something, you'd bring the more gunner perk. You obviously can pair up with people, and they say, you can have a good, everyone could choose a different class to kind of go around and, have a good balanced loadout in your squad. But yeah, it's really cool. I like the class system.
Heartland features a deadly and unpredictable contamination that makes every trip into Silver Creek unique.
To help you in your journey, you'll be able to fabricate supplies, prepare your go bag for each new day.
So you can see here, skill ammo. This is one thing I noticed. And also noticed the thing, this is the armory, I think, which we was talking about before, when you're customizing and kind of getting yourself ready to go into the raid. Skill ammo. Like, you got all these other ones here, but what does skill ammo mean? So some of me is telling me that if you're running like a skill build, I'm guessing you have to have, I guess it runs off the ammo, right, in your backpack or what you have. And if you run out of it, then you can't use those turrets. That's quite interesting, right?
Making sure you can achieve.
This is the other thing I noticed. This is the inventory from the looks of it. You got your weapons, and it says weapons, so I'm guessing you can take more than one. I don't know if it's like, it says it has 2 here. It says armor, and it has 2. And it has gloves, and it has 2. I don't know what that means. Like, the gloves, I would reckon if it meant 2, you could actually have 2 bits of gloves on, for each side, left and right. But I don't know if it's like this side is like other armor you have. You can scroll that way and choose the armor. And the same on the gloves. But you can see like it's a little bit more limited to what you got. And then you got your mods down below. So that's quite cool.
Even the toughest goals.
The contamination shapes the areas of the map that are easily accessible, and using a filter protects agents from the contamination, but the filter depletes pretty quickly inside the contaminated areas. So
Yeah, there you
on how
go.
many
There's
filters you have
the
on
filter
hand, you might decide
mask
to head
type
into a
thing.
contaminated area and get some loot.
You can see here, there seems to be quite a few different contamination zones, like it's one on the left and one on the right. So maybe there's the, we was talking about the different levels of contamination zone. This could be that kind of thing. Like if you have the perk, you might be able to go into those higher contamination zones
that other folks passed up.
Again, we get to see some more of the kind of loot you kind of get. Again, it's not like massive. It's just like finding a muzzle mod. Now, this here, when I saw that in the muzzle mod, that looks like a blueprint there. But is that just for one gun, or can then you use that for a load of guns, right?
There's also the ever-present threat of dehydration. Dehydration can slow you down. So
yeah, there
really
you go. It's the food and drink thing.
Fresh, non-contaminated water when you're out in Silver Creek.
Try to be as prepared as possible. You're gonna want to set yourself up for success out there. But if you do find yourself a little underprepared, hopefully you have a teammate that'll let you crawl inside their backpack.
So you can drop loot for each other.
Maybe they have juice boxes
and help each
there.
other. Base operations is the other thing I want to talk about.
In Silver Creek, shade agents are using the rocket rink and abandoned roller skating rink as their base of operations. For the first time in the division, the entire base of operations is a shared space. You can socialize, form a group, customize your character.
So this is the first time you get to see the customization. That's what I was talking about when I say you can customize how your character looks. She was one of the characters in that area, and you can see there's different things you can do to make them look different to like the bog standard. I'm guessing this is how they'll make a bit of money from it, because obviously it's a free-to-play game, so there'll be the cosmetics side of things.
And prep for your next operation. Each session begins and ends in the...
Here's the matchmaking. Now, it doesn't really it hasn't shown anything about what they chose. It just shows them searching, right? But you can see here, preparing insertion into Silver Creek. Now, I'm just trying to look on the screen to see if there's any kind of like time or what time it is. I'm guessing you can look at it when you press go in your event tree or something, right? But you can see it says 2 out of 7 teams found. So that can give you an idea of how many teams or how many people are in a game. So there's 3 people per squad from the looks of things, and there's 7 teams. So that'll give you an idea that there's how many people are going to be, and there should be maybe 21 people in a map. And here's the map, by the way, too. Yeah, this is what I wanted to get to. It's quite a big looking map and quite a lot to explore. These are those helicopters I was talking about, the extraction people trying to get out, maybe. You're going to have to go to the side of the map from the looks of it. So it's nothing inside, like in the middle. It's all around the outside. So it's quite easy to find in terms of you should be able to find an extraction just by going to the outside. But yeah, these look like your extract points, by the way, but the map looks pretty big. It doesn't look too big that you'll never run across other players, especially at the nighttime area. And it doesn't look too small that you get bored quite easily, right? It looks like quite a decent size, a lot of different areas to go to, which looks really cool.
And you'll be talking to Carmelita, Kevin, and Mackenzie quite often.
Each time players exfiltrate back to their base of operations, they take the...
So here's that armory I was talking about. And you can see here what they've got at the bottom in terms of like little things I've collected, like for their modding. So there's that armory and loot, and I'm guessing what they can stash. And then you got your go-to bag, which I'm guessing is like, that's what you bring into your raid with you.
Materials and gear they've collected and store it in their personal armory to help them prepare for future days in the...
And there you go. So again, it's letting you stash ammo. And again, the importance of it, and it is capped at a certain amount. Like you can't have a crap ton of it. But on the looks of this, right, it is capped at how much you can grab. So you can only go in with 200 ammo for your assault rifle. And if you use that up and you can't find any more, then you may not be able to use that assault rifle and you have to switch to maybe your pistol or something, right? So that's something to take a note. Looting is going to be a lot more important in this game compared to the DMZ, which I played. Looting wasn't as important. And that's what I kind of enjoy is looter shooters, extraction looter shooters. You're getting things, even just the easiest things like ammo you need. And it is actually important. So that's quite cool.
Town.
When you're going up against rogue agents, you kind of get into a bit of a cat or mouse situation. For me, I'm definitely more of a mouse. You don't have to worry about rogue agents if they can't see you.
There's a couple different strategies you can use against rogue players. I love using Heartland's class skills to set up ambushes, coordinating with my teammates to make sure we're repairing our armor as needed. And then when the shooting's done, I love looking through their loot and taking all the good stuff.
So that's the cool thing about, that's what I like about extraction loot shooters, when you get into a fight with other players, getting their loot and then taking it back for yourself. But you can see that it also said you can play a cat and mouse, you can kind of play stealthy, right? So you don't have to fight people, even if you want to go in at night. You just got to learn to play more stealthy and keep off the radar, keep out the way, right? You can do that in the Dark Zone, in Division Dark Zone. You can kind of keep out the way. For example, I've got a pulse build I build, right? So people can't pulse me and search for me, and I get the notification I'm getting pulse, so I can kind of like, if I don't want to get into PvP, I can avoid it, right?
Heartland will be a living game. The stories we tell on day one are just the beginning. We can't wait for players to dive in and take this journey with us.
We're thrilled to take the next step as we enter our testing phase. Our community team will be looking at feedback shared across social channels and on our official forums, while we evolve our game together with our community, shaping the long-term Heartland.
So this is going to be awesome if they actually use it, right? Because I've seen this a few times with games that they say, oh, we have a report system or feedback thing, and a lot of times a lot of these games just don't take it seriously, or they don't really reply back to you. So hopefully they do, and that will really amplify the kind of experience and hopefully get more features in which people like and don't like, right?
Heartland experience. The team is committed to creating the best possible experience for our players, and the community is invaluable in helping make that happen.
I really think we've created something that the original survival players will recognize, while also innovating with open world operations, dynamic contamination.
The team here at Red Storm is proud and feel we're really onto something. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling at home alongside the other amazing games in this universe. Thank you for taking this journey with us. We can't wait to have you join us in Silver Creek.
So yeah, that's the video. I'm absolutely hyped for it. I really can't wait to dive in and play this. And I feel like they kind of got, so they're on the ball when it comes to this type of thing. Division are really good for making those tactical shooters, third-person shooters. And Dark Zone was the first initiate kind of extraction shooter I played, which really got me into the extraction shooter vibes. I played Dark Zone Division 1 for ever since it kind of was out until it finished, and then I moved on to Tarkov. I played Tarkov for a very, very long time. I'm a very big extraction looter shooter person, and I feel like this one does have some really good points in play. It kind of tries to cater for a lot of people. It's trying to bring people who are new to extraction looter shooters into it while not feeling too overwhelmed. There's that kind of survival aspect of it too, with the food and drink, and hopefully they can add more of the kind of Division 1 survival aspect of it into, you know, day and night. Both cycles would be quite cool. There's a lot of potential for this game, and I'm very, very excited and can't wait to see what comes next for it. This should be coming out very shortly from what we understand. They released a age rating, I think, in Taiwan or something. I was reading about that on Google, which could mean an early release for Heartland. Again, we don't know. They did say that they're going to give us some information at the start of the new year, so hopefully we get more information soon for Heartland. So be sure to subscribe if you do want to see more Heartland content. I will be covering everything from guides, how to play the game, hints and tips, PvP hints and tips, all that type of thing, all the juicy stuff, just like I did with DMZ. If you want to get an idea, just look at my DMZ videos. I covered a lot of things for the solo players out there to help them get through and master DMZ. I play a lot of extraction looter shooters. I've played pretty much every single one all the way up since the Dark Zone in Division 1. I really enjoy this type of genre, and I hope to be able to kind of help people enjoy the genre too. Moving on, also, Ubisoft is just attracting me and drawing me in a lot at the minute. It was obviously with Division Heartland, the change of Division 2, and also we've got XDefiant coming out. If you're interested also in XDefiant, I will be covering a bit of XDefiant also on the channel. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more, hopefully soon, Division Heartland.